So hello guys, so in this video I want to show you a simple and practical ketogenic day, and I want to go through with you the basics of the ketogenic diet. So if you're thinking about starting a ketogenic diet, then stay tuned. So basically a ketogenic diet, I'm sure you have heard a lot, is 70 or 75% fat, 20 to 25% protein, and 5% of carbs, or less than 30 grams of carbs per day. So when I first heard this was super confusing to me, and I was like, oh my god, how does one even keep track of all this, and this must be super complicated. And luckily the diet that I did before I went on the keto diet was actually a calorie counting diet, so I was very used to logging my food. Then once I started with the keto diet, I couldn't figure out what this 80% meant and what this 20% meant. So what it is that the percentage of your calories, like 80% of the calories has to come from fat. So I'm going to tell you the complicated way, and then I'm going to show you how to do it simple. So basically, when you look at a food, this is a milk, you can see here what is in it. You can see how many grams of fat is in per 100 grams. You can see how much carbohydrate, and you can see protein, sugar, everything. So basically 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories, and 1 gram of protein is also for 4 calories. It looks like this on the phone. I'm sure that you have heard about it. And basically there is an upgraded version of this that you can pay for. It's about $5 a month or $50 a year, and I definitely think that your health is worth $5 a month. So when you do this upgrade, then you can actually scan the food, and then it's going to show you how much percentage of macros is in the food. So I'm going to show you how it works. So we're gonna go here to my breakfast, add food. I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to scan the barcode, and here. So now you see that this program is automatically calculating that this one was 42% carbs, 29% fat, and 30% of protein. So now completely practically, I'm going to save this, and I'm just going to show you examples of what can happen. So let's say that I eat eggs. You see it's already showing it, and then I eat bacon. You just have to find the bacon. You see lots of fat and protein, 0 carbs. So now this program, like now you can see that I've eaten 500 calories, and when I come here and click on this nutrition and go on the macros, then you see that right now, if that was all that I ate today, it would be 69% fat, 25% protein, and 6% carbs. So this would be actually a perfect ketogenic day if I would end here, except for I haven't eaten anything because it has only been 500 calories. But basically what I usually do is, as the day goes, I log my food, and then I see what this circle looks like, and if I'm lacking fat, for example, then I eat something that has a lot of fat, like mayonnaise, almond. And if you're missing protein, then you eat something that has a lot of protein, like chicken breast. So you get the point. So now I'm going to show you very, very simple foods that I eat throughout the day, so you get a good idea what kind of foods you can eat on your ketogenic diet. And we will begin with 1 deciliter of milk in my coffee, which is a total break of the diet, but I'm going to make up for it with very, very fatty foods later in the day. So see you guys. So it's lunchtime. It's quite late for lunch. It's actually 1:17. So let's get to it. This is one of my favorite meals. I'm going to make scrambled eggs with my wife. So I have eggs also for me and for her. And I'm also going to show you how to log the food so you can see the macros. I'm going to use garlic salt in the eggs because you need a lot of electrolytes and salt when you're starting on keto. So I'm going to scramble the eggs. Good. So the next step, I'm going to add some onion. This is just something I like to do. I'm going to also show you how to measure how much you're doing. If you get a scale, we got this one from IKEA, and if you put something on it and press it on, then it will register that as 0. So I'm going to take this away, cut a little bit of onion. And then I put it back. So I see that this was 23 grams. So it's a bit much, but that's how I managed to cut it. It's cut. I'm going to show you how to log it. So we open myfitnesspal. Okay, so we go here on lunch. We skip breakfast. And then I write onion. And here is 100 grams onion. So you see that it's showing how many carbs. So it was 23 grams and I'm eating it with my wife. So I give myself about 12 grams. That's a whole of 5 calories. On the veggies, they all have a lot of carbs in them. So this circle is a bit messed up for the veggies, but because they're so low calories, it's nothing to worry about. And on the keto diet, you actually need a lot of veggies to not get constipation and that you get your fibers. So now we're going to add the eggs. So I'm going to have 4 eggs. Good. And then I'm going to scan the bacon. So you see how that works. Here is the barcode. Yes, and now I'm going to measure how many grams. So I started it on 0 and I'm going to take out 3 pieces, which I'm going to have. And my wife is going to have the 4th one. So I take out the 3 pieces and I just put it back on the scale and it shows that it's minus 51 grams. And 1 for my wife, which is another 16 grams. So let's log this. So I had 51 grams and logged. So basically now my whole lunch is logged. I accidentally put it onto the breakfast, but I don't really care about this. And then when you come down here and you click on the nutrition, then you see that so far I'm at 6% carbs, 29% protein and 65% fat. And I don't worry about this too much because when I get close to the end of the day, I'm just going to eat food that is like, if it would be like this, I would most probably eat some peanut butter, which is like super fatty. So then this circle would go up to actually being 70%. So let's cook the meal. So we put the bacon. I want to talk a bit to you about the keto diet in general because a lot of people think that they're going to lose a lot of weight when they start keto, and it actually didn't happen to me, and most probably it only happens to you if you're like super obese. Basically what you have to do is you actually have to count your calories because at the end of the day it's calories in versus calories out. But there is a lazy way of doing keto that works for a lot of people, that they don't count any macros and any calories. And if you really feel like it's too much of a headache to count your calories, then what you can do is see if you lose weight if you're doing keto to lose weight. And if it's working for you, good, then continue. But if it's not working for you, and you're not losing weight, but you are able to keep the keto diet, then I would suggest that you start counting your calories. And I would say that after a few months of counting your calories, you will be pretty good at it, and then you can basically stop doing it. So the bacon is cooking very nicely. So the bacons are soon done, and we're basically going to cook the eggs in the fat of the bacon. Super nice. So now the bacon is done. I'm going to put it out. 1 for my wife.
2.
3 for me.
2 for your wife.
Okay, you get a bit more from me. And we're going to add the eggs. So now the eggs are done. I get about 4 for me and 2 to wifey. So here you go, eggs with bacon. This is one of my favorite keto meals. Super easy to make, takes about 10 minutes. So I'm looking forward to eating. It's almost 2 o'clock, I'm very hungry. So it's about 3 o'clock now. And as you saw, I skipped breakfast and my lunch has been 500 calories, so I'm hungry and I'm going to actually show you a keto hack. I have all these different types of cheeses. I really have grown to like cheese, and all of them is like 2 meals. So I mean, they're different tastes. This is like French cheese, this is Italian. My god, these people are so good at making cheeses. This is goat cheese. Oh my god, I just love it. So I decided to open up one of these, so I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to scan it with myfitnesspal. Good, so you see that it's showing that this cheese is 74% fat and 26% carbs. And I'm going to measure it here after cutting it. So my wife pointed out I said it wrong. It's actually 26% protein, no carbs in this. So I cut this, I measure it, it's 74 grams, and I add it here, 0.74 grams. Save, and I'm going to show you now how this changes the days look. So now I went down to 3% carbs, 27% protein, and 70% fat. This is a very good looking keto day, and I'm at 800 calories, so I will eat twice as much as I have now. So I'm going to show you some other keto hacks soon. I'm going to go to the store. My purpose with this video is to show you the simplest keto meals for beginners. I went to the store, guys, and I got my favorite keto, I mean, it's chips. It's basically pork rinds. Tell me any other diet where you're allowed to eat chips and there's no guilt and it's even good for you. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like when I scan it. So I want to show you snacks. I'm going to scan it. So you see it's 72% fat and 28% protein, 0 carbs. Tastes good, and it's perfect for the keto diet, and it's a super easy meal. If you didn't make yourself any meal and you're out in town and you have to eat something perfect that comes in different flavors, really good. So it's dinner time now, and I was going to cook something very simple for you guys, but my wife surprised me that she wants to cook cow meat in paprika and try a new keto recipe, and I couldn't resist her, so I dished you all. And I didn't want to show that because that's not a simple keto food, and today I only wanted to show you guys like super simple keto food that takes like super fast to make. So I'm going to show you what I would have eaten if my wife doesn't derail me. So I would have had 2 of these tomatoes, about this much of the cucumber sliced up with a little onion and salmon, and I would have mixed it with feta cheese, put salt on it and wine vinegar. That would have been the day. Super nice day. I'm going to show you how the day ended, and there is one thing that is good about it. So I'm glad that this happened, because this new recipe that we tried with my wife is actually not in myfitnesspal. And this is going to happen to you a lot, that you're going to eat something and then you cannot find it. What I do when this happens is 2 things. One, I either find the food, something that is very similar to it, and then I pick it and then I just guesstimate how many grams it was. So my calculation still stays somewhat correct. Or what I did in this case, I knew that I was eating cow meat, 80 grams, and I knew how many grams of sauce it was, and I knew how many grams of cheese it was, so I could just add it to the program and it is sort of correct. So I'm going to show you that at the end of the day, here in the graph, so you see I ate 72% fat, very little carbs, which is awesome. In total I've eaten 9 grams of carbs, which is extremely little, and 26 grams of protein. Now I want to say that if you get to the end of the day and let's say you see that you have eaten way too little fat and way too much carbs and not enough calories, then you can choose to eat something that is very fatty, for example, almonds or coconut, or you can take a few spoons of peanut butter, and then that will like basically fix your ratio so that you do get the good keto ratio in the end. So I hope that this video helped you, so please let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I would be very happy to answer them in the next video. Check out our website that is connected with our YouTube channel. It's a store and we're going to post our recipes and other cool stuff there, and it obviously supports the channel if you do. Make sure that you leave a like, and I will see you in our next video. Ciao, ciao.